Welcome to AMADEE 3.0, a software that goes beyond displaying business processes. You all know the story. You spend much more time formatting and maintaining process models than really analyzing them. And then, when you're finally done, the process model isn't used at all. Or even worse, your company has several different models for the same business process. Additionally, the business units usually don't understand IT models, and their own models aren't accurate enough to be technically implemented. But the main drawback is that common process models won't let you identify the real challenges. AMADEE 3.0 resolves these problems by using a completely new approach for business process modeling. We all know that processes can be displayed as flowcharts. They show you a sequence of activities, and you will always know who is doing something and at what stage of the process. But there is one thing a flowchart will not tell you: who is responsible for the results. This example shows a very simple order process. Someone from the requesting department fills out a purchase requisition and asks his manager for an approval. After that, someone from the purchasing department processes the order. But who is in charge for the whole process? In case the manager does not approve the purchase requisition in a timely fashion, who needs to escalate? The requester? Or someone from purchasing? As long as efforts and responsibilities are not clearly defined, there will always be issues in processes. Orders will be delayed, no one really knows the current status, or customers keep asking for their orders' whereabouts. AMADEE 3.0 visualizes results and responsibilities by describing service relations between consumers and providers. This service concept can be applied generally, either for external relations to customers or for internal cooperation between departments. If you would like to model the process in the flowchart we just talked about with AMADEE 3.0, you have two options. If the requester is the main responsible for the process, your model will look like this. Eventually, however, purchasing takes over the responsibility. Another option is to have purchasing in charge all the time. The process model for this case looks like this. There are three main characteristics of AMADEE 3.0. First, it is easy to use. Second, it automatically analyzes weak points. And third, it uses process templates. Creating and maintaining processes with AMADEE 3.0 is easy and intuitive. Basic data such as your company's name, the name of the business domain and the name of the process can be entered in predefined wizards. This way you will get a basic process model in no time. At each step of your process you may add new objects via a pop-up menu. In this example we simply append a new control step. The case-sensitive help offers detailed explanations and examples for each selected object. You may also create additional objects from there as well, like this control step. Service provider and service consumer exchange information by sending messages. We will create one of those now, and we will send it from the control step we created seconds ago. Another really useful feature is the to-do list. Here you can find all objects that still miss pieces of information. We can find the message we just created here as well. After surveying a process, simply bring up the to-do list to check what details still need to be clarified. As an example, we'll select the message now and add the missing information. After that, the entry is removed. Now let us take a look at an automatically identified weak point in the order process we showed earlier. Right now, the requester is the main responsible for the whole process. However, the order is processed by someone from the purchasing department. As soon as the requester passes the responsibility for this part of the process to the purchasing agent, he cannot control the process anymore. To reflect this in the model, select the appropriate control step and assign it to the purchasing role. However, according to AMADEE's service concept, the responsibility of a process must not change during all of its runtime. Therefore, this change of control flows is a weak point which was identified and inserted automatically. This is a very common type of weak point in many companies. The responsibility changes its place along with the process instance. In case of problems, no one feels responsible to finish the task or to escalate. If you discover additional weak points in the model during your analysis, you can document this as well. Let's take the example again. If you feel that the goods receipt should be performed by someone in the storage facility, you simply select the control step prior to the one that is missing. Now add the manual weak point missing process control step. If you enter a description, for example missing control step for goods receipt, You will have the issue documented directly in the diagram. After you completed the optimization of your processes with AMADEE 3.0 and would like to use them in all areas of your company, the software will assist here as well. You can standardize processes by using templates that you create only once. Here you can see a part of a purchasing process of the fictional Platinum Xtosa AG, a global player producing goods with several subsidiaries in different countries. There are two purchasing departments at the company's headquarters: Purchasing NPM for non-production materials and Purchasing PM for production materials. The template of a purchasing process is based on roles only. The main responsible for the whole process is the purchasing agent. Other participants are the requester and his manager. Since this is a template, the diagram does not depict the existing organizational units. If the process should be adapted to the present company structure, a service map will need to be created. This illustrates relations between services as a diagram in a real business environment. If you create a new service map XT Purchasing now and assign the template XT Purchasing 1.0 to it, you'll see a model pretty similar to the template, which means it's still a purely role-based representation. To assign an existing organizational unit now, create it directly via the user interface. Start with Purchasing NPM and assign the purchasing agent role to it. As you see in the diagram, the process operates in Purchasing NPM now. Platinum Xtosa also has a department for production material. Hence we add another organizational unit called Purchasing PM and assign it to the role of the purchasing agent too. As a result, the service in the diagram is doubled. One role is assumed by two departments. By adding another step to the Purchasing PM department, you'll see that this change also takes effect in the Purchasing NPM department. A look at the basic template of this service map shows that the additional step was inserted automatically here as well. This allows you to manage your company-wide processes centrally. Of course, any process can be localized and adapted to local characteristics. You can see another example for this at Platinum Xtosa's office in Pittsburgh. This subsidiary is a pure sales company, so there is no need for production materials. Hence, there is only the NPM purchasing department. Now apply the template of the headquarters to the office in Pittsburgh. Then assign the purchasing agent role to the department NPM Purchasing. Any department, named business unit in this example, can assume the requester's role. A characteristic of Pittsburgh's office is the executive board, which needs to be visible in the model due to governance reasons. Therefore, assign the requester role to this department too. As you see, there are now two departments which can send a purchase requisition to NPM Purchasing. If you add another step to this diagram now, you will find it in the service map associated to the headquarters, as well as in the basic template. This video demonstrated the most important benefits of AMADEE 3.0. With the automatic generation of models, you can focus on process analysis and consulting. Besides, your process models are always clearly arranged and easy to understand. In addition, the automatic weak point analysis helps you to detect problems in your processes with limited scope of interpretation. Does this spark your interest? Then check out AMADEE 3.0 right now, for free!